Is there anybody in the audience who thinks he or she might have something wrong with them and you would like treatment? Anybody who wants to volunteer just during the show tonight? Who are you, please? Who are you? Bernadette?
Sheridan.
Yeah, what do you think is
Arthritis.
Arthritis. Arthritis. What have you got? Arthritis as well. Okay. Would you come out, please? Would you come out from that row, if you would, please? I want to... is Michael Enright standing by? Michael Enright is the third person who's come along tonight, who is also... Are you also... No, you're an ambulance driver, Michael. I want to explain that this whole therapy was learned by these three men, these Irish men, in Yugoslavia from the originator. Come to me, Bernadette. From the originator of the therapy and the man who discovered it and so on. Where is your arthritis, love? In the hip. Very good. Okay. I tell you what, will you just start working on her, Michael, on Bernadette, and from time to time, Paul may look in on what you're doing. But just carry on as if we're not here, okay? Just do what you would normally do, and we may look in from time to time and catch sight of you. Where are Bridie and Paddy Walsh? There you are, Bridie and Paddy Walsh from Kilchimock, County Mayo. I know you had 5 children with asthma. Paddy had a skin problem. Bridie had an accident with arm and neck problems. Are you cured? You attended the boys. Are you cured?
Our children are cured of asthma.
Of asthma?
Yes.
All 5 of them?
Yes. We had asthma in our house for 12 years. And for the first time, on the 12th of December was the last time we used inhalers in our house.
And what about your asthma?
Well, I don't have asthma.
Did you have?
Yeah, I had asthma since I was very, very young. And over the years, it never seemed to go away, really. And since my treatment with Tom Griffin, it's completely gone.
Just completely gone?
I don't carry an inhaler anymore.
At all? And you'd been through all conventional medicine, you've taken all the tablets and the inhalers and everything else. Seamus Heenahan from County Mayo. Where are you, Seamus? How are you, Seamus? There you are. You're a sales rep, you had a car accident, broke your femur. Right, which is your femur? Remind me again, that one. Here, yeah. And you had no movement in the wrist, you had an operation, not a success. You were wearing a brace.
That's right, this brace here. It's got a steel piece on it to keep the wrist up, you know.
Which wrist was it? Your left?
This right.
And what way was it?
It was down like that, it was dead.
Yes.
Purely dead. I could not lift it up, and I had even microsurgery on the arm.
Yes.
And the only thing they could come up with after that was they suggested, the doctors, the microsurgeon, if they have an orthothesis, that means locking the wrist in position, you know.
Yes.
And freezing all the bones.
You had the use of the fingers?
I had the use of the... Well, they said I had the use.
Yes.
The doctors told me I had the use of the fingers, all right, like, you know.
Yeah.
So,
and what were they going to do with that brace thing that you had there?
That's what they told me. Either I'd have the orthothesis, freeze the wrist,
yes,
or I'd have to wear that brace for the rest of my life.
And what would that brace do for you?
That just hold up my hand.
Oh, I see. Hold it up, yes.
Yeah.
Clamp it up, yes.
Clamp it up. I used to play a lot of badminton and squash and that, and I could never, with this, I could never play it, like, you know, because it couldn't grab the racket handle, right?
Quite. And how many treatments did you have from Michael or Tom, was it?
Michael.
Michael, yeah. How many?
I went to him, on the second day, I felt the energy going down my hand.
Do you mean the hand just came up?
I didn't feel anything the first day, really, except heat on the arm, like, you know. And the second day I went, I felt heat again, like, you know. And he asked me, do you feel any pain or anything? I says, no, I don't. So after about a few minutes, I felt an awful dart of pain going down my right hand. So I did. And I just kept watching the hand after that. And it just like that, it just lifted up like that.
And how is it now? Quite clearly you have the use.
I've 80% to it now back.
And you just have to strengthen the muscles now?
Strengthen up the muscles now. And like the hand was 2 years dead. Like, you know.
2 years dead?
2 years dead. I was 6 months, the hospitals were treating me for a trapped nerve. And when it didn't come back after 6 months, they decided then they brought me in for an ECG test, I think it was. Decided then that it was probably a severed nerve.
I see.
And it had the microsurgery. I had 3 hours on the table, and they told me afterwards that there was nothing they could do for me, you know.
That's Seamus Heenahan from Mayo. Margaret Nyland, where's Margaret? There you are, you're beside, there you are, from Mayo too. Headaches for 4 years?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years I suffered from headaches, and I tried everything. Had been diagnosed as having symptoms of migraine, but I didn't have the nausea that usually came with migraine, or it didn't form a pattern. I had it for 4 years, and
taking tablets all the time?
Taking tablets all the time, and had been to see a specialist, thought it might be migraine, and tried everything. Every tablet that came on the market, I tried it. Went to see Michael, spent 4 days with him, 5 days with him the first session, and went again since then to the clinic. And at first I thought it was crazy, of course, when I saw this, but certainly after the second session I felt relief of pressure in the head, and since then I find the situation has improved.
No headache?
Improved.
No
headache.
headache?
No headache. No severe headaches. No.
No headaches. I see. Margaret Nyland from Mayo. Pauline Rogers.
Here.
Where's Paul? There you are, Pauline. Hello, Pauline. You went to juries. You're the lady there who had the stroke?
Yes.
Last year?
Yes.
And your side was semi-paralysed?
Yes.
And you were dragging your foot?
I was dragging my foot.
And now how are you?
Well, I won't say I'm completely cured, but I can walk normally. Before I went to Michael, before I went to Jury's Hotel at all, I couldn't walk properly. With the right leg, I was dragging it
Yes.
all of the time.
And now you're no longer
And
dragging.
now I'm not dragging it again.
And what is still defective as far as you're concerned?
Well,
you say you're not 100%.
I'm not 100% as I have a pain.
What, in
When
the
I go
leg?
around too much, I have pain in
Yes.
the toes.
In
Other
the
than
toes,
that,
yes.
not much.
Yes. But
But only for Michael. I don't think I would have done what I did on the second day when I went home. I got in and I scrubbed the floor to prove a point. I hadn't done it for a good while, again.
Well done. When did you have the stroke?
I had a stroke about 5 months ago.
I see. Well done. Vera Baker. Where's Vera? There you are, Vera. You came to Jury's Hotel too. You were low and kind of depressed. How are
Very
you now?
depressed, tightness across my chest, severe headaches, couldn't sleep, tightness in my stomach.
Yeah.
The first day I went, I was a bit sceptical about it. The second day, I started to get relief. I could feel the tension going out of my chest, and as he moved back from me, I felt me give a big sigh, a relief, marvellous feeling.
And how are you now?
And
You
well,
don't look depressed.
I didn't sleep gay till last night. Last night was my first night's sleep in a long, long time.
God love you. What was the matter? Who treated you? Michael.
Michael.
Michael, what was the matter, Michael?
Well, this lady, even though she said she had depression, I think a lot of people out there don't understand what depression or stress is all about. In fact, her problem lied, I felt when she came to me, was in the stomach area. These energy centres were blocked. You know, a lot of energy trapped here. I felt once I released this pressure from here, you could actually see her body relaxing. That's basically what it was. It was a lot of trapped energy in her body.
Yeah. This is nothing to do with religion, this whole thing.
No, it's a science. This is science.
It's a scientific. Caroline Malloy. Yes. Caroline, there you are, Caroline. You, Greystones, came to juries during the week. Headaches?
Headaches, all gone.
How much headaches?
A headache at least once a day.
Once
but
a day?
totally gone since.
And did anybody tell you what it could be? Did the conventional medicine tell you what it could be?
Well, I have a bad eye, and I connected that with
I see.
that.
And no headaches since?
No headaches since.
Just gone?
Fantastic.
Did you feel
Thank
it
you, Michael.
going? Did you feel it just going? Was there an
It
instant?
just went.